On the lower
list.
list. We're a little off.
Let's try it again.
Where does it fall?
On the
lower
list. You were
list.
watching me do it.
I was waiting. I was like, open my mouth so he knows when we're going to go, and then we'll go. It really comes down to Devin. Where does it fall? On the low. God damn it.
I think we got it.
We got it. Let's share the screen. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Architects of Lore, the one and only weekly podcast where two all-star cousins sit around and discuss the age-old art of storytelling. And at the end, we're going to come up with another banger, but I'm your host, Zach, a.k.a. Z-Town TV. That's my co-host / co-cousin, Devin, a.k.a. Devo City. Devin, how are you doing this fine evening?
Oh, I'm doing good. You know, it's a nice, beautiful day here in LA. I took advantage of the weather, hit up the par 3, had the longest round at the par 3 course. Something about them tearing it down has made everyone want to come. It's getting torn down beginning of April, and I have not seen it this busy ever. It's like, where were these people before? You know, like maybe if they wouldn't be tearing it down.
That actually is about what happened with Liverpool over here. You know, when they were about to tear it down, everybody got in one last round, and it was a madhouse. Probably everybody there was just like, you could have came here sooner. We could have still had this course. But now we have an Amazon plant. So are you guys getting an Amazon plant where that is?
I think we're getting a rec facility that's used by some schools. I think I discussed it on the pod before. I'm not sure. But, you know, that's going to be several years down the line. But so we're going to have to find a new course to play at, which is because we're already assuming the other public par 3 is going to be super packed. So I don't know. I'm going to have to maybe do a build it and they will come situation and just start building an urban 9
Yeah,
holes.
I like
Like,
that.
what if, like, in the neighborhood, it's like this hole is just like an alleyway through, you know, and I create like an urban golf course with just mats and holes.
I don't mind that. But like a pop-up golf course wherever you guys are, like just pop-up golf course, and I don't know any of the neighborhoods in LA, but North Hollywood, pop-up golf course, North Hollywood, this Saturday.
Yeah.
Come on down.
There's like a 4-lane street divided by a median, and we'll just put the hole right there. It's pretty straight, but it's narrow, so it's gonna be tough, you know.
Yeah, you got to make sure you got your iron game on lock.
You are responsible if you hit cars.
100%. Cars, houses, windows, that's on you. So
It's all on you.
We're going to need $1,000 deposit to play the course. And if you don't hit anything, you get your money back.
Yeah. Little waiver, too, you know? Just in case.
Definitely.
That's not on us. That's on you.
That's not.
You know?
No. If you get hit by a traffic, that's your fault. No one told you to play golf in the middle of the street.
No one told you urban golf was a good idea, okay? In fact, someone would say it's incredibly irresponsible.
Some would say that. Most people would say that. But you had the longest round, but was it at least a good round?
No, it wasn't. Ever since I hit that +1, I think I got a case of the yips.
Just real downhill.
It's just not do. I don't know what's going on. I think the mats are still wet, you know, but also I was playing down to my competitor, maybe, you know, playing with Ryan. So
yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
I did play with him when I hit that great game, though. I played with him too. So I don't know. I just was off. I think it's the waiting at every hole just really slows you down.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you can't get into a rhythm because you're waiting 10, 20 minutes every time, and you're gonna get stiff, you're gonna get sore. That's not great. That's no bueno.
No, and I didn't have a chance to warm up because they're like, you have to be done or on the course by like 3:20 or something. They were closing it for a couple hours. I'm not sure why, but how's your week going there, Zach?
Week's going pretty good. Have not had a chance to get out there in the simulator, but today it was 50 degrees. I got a nice brisk walk outside for about 15 minutes while I was at work, so that was pretty nice. And then, yeah, I came back, and I've been fiddling around with this new software, but looking okay right now. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. I mean, this is our 5th or 6th attempt right now at recording, but
Oh yeah, 100%.
Try to give the people a better quality.
Exactly. They can't say that we're not innovating, that we're not trying new things, that we're not trying to bring new experiences for our listeners, because we appreciate you. We love you. So there you go.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Actually, I did have one thing I wanted to tell you, Devin. I got an unsolicited text earlier this week, and it was from my buddy Ben. And he was like, hey, I was out on a bike ride, and then just all of a sudden you were speaking in my ears. And he sends me a picture of episode 103 of Architects of Lore, because I guess as much as just like auto-played on his Spotify or something. And he's like, I'm going to listen to this whole thing. It's great. You guys are funny. And he starts sending me messages. He's like, you got to bring back Thirst Trap Thursday, man. You got to bring back feet pics. I was like, I forgot about that joke. I do have to bring back feet pics.
I'm fine without it. Wow, he's going back into the archives. Hopefully he sticks with it. Or he can just jump to the new stuff.
You don't have to if you're listening right now, I'm like, I can't listen to the next one because I gotta wait. I gotta listen to the whole backlog. You don't. You can just listen to the new one. There is no continuity, people. It's not like a continuous story that you have to know how it began. Just watch this year one recap video on YouTube. You're all caught up.
You're all caught up. You're good to go.
Good to go. But yeah, that was nice. It was just a nice little random text on a Wednesday. I was like, you know what? I appreciate you, Bren. This is the type of support that the podcast needs. You're right. I should start an OnlyFans.
Someone's got to support the podcast.
Someone. Yeah. So there we go. That was how my week has been. Devin, are you excited for your upcoming golf trip?
Yeah, a couple weeks from now, I will be. I mean, not if I play how I played today, but I'm thinking about saging the clubs just to make sure they're good to go.
It can't hurt, right? I'm
excited. What?
It can't hurt to sage the clubs. It can't hurt to take your crystals, rub them on the clubs, just see what happens.
Throw some in the bag.
Yeah. What's the crystal for good luck? Or
I don't know. There's one. I think it's a green one. I'll just throw it in there.
Yeah, there we go.
I gotta Google them. I don't have it all memorized, but it is funny though because when my friend was talking about that, he was like, "It doesn't matter. They're just rocks." And I'm like, "Yeah, but they look nice, man. They look nice."
They do look nice. Sometimes you just want a little accent piece in the apartment. You know what I mean?
I know. I got a little piece here. I put them all together, and it's on a table. It's not hurting anybody.
And if it does somehow bring out positive vibes, great.
Great.
There it is.
I might bring out my roller too, just so I can get like a good stretch in before, just to get in these people's heads.
Wait, are you talking about? You talking about a foam roller?
Yeah, like a foam roller.
What's the thing? Is it a crystal or charcoal? It's like a roller. You're supposed to put it like on your face or something.
Oh yeah, a quartz roller.
Quartz roller.
Funny you should say that. I have one.
And Devin has one. Of course he does.
Where is it?
Of course he does. I think I might have only known what that was because of the last time I was in your apartment, I may have used it.
I got it for Christmas. My sister gave it to me for Christmas. It's right here. You need to roll on here.
Yeah, you're really gonna want to see. You're really gonna want to see this, folks. Make sure to head on over to the YouTube channel for this segment. Devin is showing you how to use the quartz roller. Quartz. That's quartz.
Rose quartz. Yeah.
Rose quartz. I mean, you actually do look a little rosier.
Yeah, don't I look like I'm glowing now? Wow, look at this. Look color in these cheeks.
I'm actually not gonna lie. You do. Holy shit, that might actually work a little bit.
You might want to grab one.
I might. If I go on a date before, I'm just gonna be in the car, just rose quartz rolling.
Roll it out.
All right. Well, there we go. Well, Devin, I think everybody's been patiently waiting enough. It's for everybody's second favorite part of this show, and that's the
movie
game. Devin, last week's audience question, which some of you got, congratulations. Again, I did vet that one, so, I mean, take it for what it is. But for the rest of the audience, it was a spectacled FBI agent is hot on the trail of a teenager, Frank Abagnale Jr., as he forges checks and identities like pilot, doctor, and bee-covered hook hand murder guy. The answer, of course, Devin, was...
Oh, I know the first part. It's Catch Me If You Can, but I'm going to need some help on that second one.
What is Skittles, Starburst,
Candy
Swedish
Man.
Fish?
Catch Me If You Candy Man.
Catch You If You Can. That was horrible. I just fumbled over all of my words. Catch Me If You Candy Man was, of course, the answer to that movie game question. But Devin, I'm feeling amped. I'm feeling ready to go. I watched 2 movies this past week. Forgot to bring that up in the banter. We might be able to bring it up after this, but hit me up. I'm ready to go. I know movies.
All right, here is your first question in the movie game. A dead dude attempts the impossible and journeys to hell to save his wife's soul, alongside retired soldier John Matrix, who will leave a bloody trail on the way to rescue his daughter, Alyssa Milano. Again, a dead dude attempts the impossible and journeys to hell to save his wife's soul, alongside retired soldier John Matrix, who will leave a bloody trail on the way to rescue his daughter, Alyssa Milano.
Okay. Second one, 0 idea. First one, honestly, I think one of the most underrated movies. I love this movie. It's What Dreams May Come with Robin Williams. It's beautiful artwork, cinematography, great depth piece that actually views the existentialism of the afterlife in a way that I really enjoyed. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. What Dreams May Come, starring Robin Williams and Cuba Gooding Jr., I believe. The second one, What Dreams May Come, John who?
Matrix.
John Matrix. And his daughter, Alyssa Milano. So I'm assuming it's like an 80s movie?
85.
Commando?
Yeah! Yeah!
Holy shit!
An Arnold Schwarzenegger. If Arnold was
I was like, What Dreams May Commando.
Yeah! Correct. Yeah, you got it.
Yes! That's using the old noodle there, folks. I was just like,
job.
what's like an army reference about a guy or something that's with Commando. There it is. All right. Well, Devin, are you ready for your movie game question?
Yeah.
A woman is forced to navigate raging white water by a couple of killers on the run from 2 steampunk cowboys with wiki style.
I know the second one's Wild Wild West, but I don't think it's Into the Wild, right? It's not Into the Wild Wild West.
It is not. That's a good one.
It's just Wild, right, with Reese Witherspoon?
No, it is not. Wicked Wild. Wicked Wild Wild West. Jim West. Desperado. Can't do any more. We're DMC8. I'm very, very talented.
All right. Give me a hint for the second one.
Let's see.
Meryl
Streep almost drowned during production. A woman is forced to navigate raging white water by a couple of killers on the run from 2 steampunk cowboys of wiki style. What you got? It is a movie from 1994.
So it's probably a little young to watch this one.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Ah, the
So
Great
think
Wild
about.
Wild West.
You're very close. The movie does. The title does end with wild. So think about white water. What is white water?
Rapids,
Where are those normally?
like in a stream or a river.
Yep.
River
Put that
Rapid
together.
Wild.
Well, not rapid.
River Wild.
The River Wild Wild West.
The
Good
River
job.
Wild Wild West. Okay, the River Wild. I think I've
The
heard of
River
that.
Wild. Yeah, I have never heard of that. So,
Okay.
but okay. All right. Good job. Good job. We got there in the end. Here you go, audience. Devin, would you like to read this one for the audience?
No. Go ahead, please.
No. Okay. She's a Steel Town girl. Well, now, hold on. Let me take it from the top. I apologize. Let me introduce this segment. Audience, this week, this is your movie game question. She's a Steel Town girl, working metal daily and moving to the music nightly at a bar frequented by a Civil War soldier who deserted his post to live and learn among the native Suez tribe. That question again is, she's a Steel Town girl, working metal daily and moving to the music nightly at a bar frequented by a Civil War soldier who deserted his post to live and learn among the native Suez tribe. If you know the answer to that question of the movie game, hit us up. Email us at architectsalore@gmail.com. And good job, because I didn't look at the answer, and I don't know it immediately. So
You don't know it? I do. I know that.
all right. Okay. Well, good job. Good job.
So that brings us to our next segment, studying the blueprint. We watch Shrek, the animated classic about the ogre Shrek, who has his land taken away by Lord Farquaad and teams up with Donkey, played by Eddie Murphy. Shrek's also played by Mike Myers. And they are to rescue Princess Fiona so that Lord Farquaad could marry her, and then he will give Shrek his swamp back, because that's where all the fairy tale creatures are. But uh find out that Princess Fiona, has a curse where she turns into an ogre at night. And Shrek overhears her talking about how no one would love her because she's ugly. He thinks she's talking about him. So, they're falling in love. So he's like, whatever, you go marry Lord Farquaad. But then Donkey talks some sense into him, and they ride in on the dragon that they saved Princess Fiona from, who is now kind of like Donkey's lady. And Shrek kisses Fiona, breaking the curse, and she appears in her true love's form, which is an ogre. And it leads to several other films. And that's Shrek.
That is Shrek. Classic.
I was pretty
case.
concise with this one.
That was real concise.
Well, it is a pretty, straightforward thing. It's like, I got a quest, you got a bump in the road, and now you got to go another quest. You fall in love, you let that love get away, and then you come to your senses, and boom, everyone happily ever after. Like, it's
it's a tight hour 22. Like,
yeah,
it's
and
shorter than some of our podcasts.
It like hits the mark every time, like midpoint. The first plot point. They're almost down to the minute. Like, they have this story tight.
Yeah,
Toy.
it was. Classic case of miscommunication in the scene where he thinks she's talking about him being ugly. And honestly, this movie gives hope to people like me that true love's still out there. No matter what you look like. You could be really hot or really ugly, but you could still find love.
Are you Princess Fiona?
Well, I was pointing at myself both times, so I could be either.
Really hot. Like that lava.
When I find my true love and I kiss, I will take on the form that she obviously approves of. Whatever that is.
I mean, I did like how it had a twist on all these old fairy tales. You have Pinocchio, you have witches, you got Donkey getting hit with the dust, and then he's like, I'm a flying donkey and a target, and then he gets captured. And then the Muffin Man, who gets his or no, not the Muffin Man,
The
The
gingerbread.
gingerbread man
Yep.
who does the Muffin Man bit. The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. Well, she's
The
married to
Muffin Man.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. You got Cinderella. You got Sleeping Beauty, which are all, I think, Brother Grimm's tale, right? So it's all
Oh, yeah.
free use. Because this
Honestly,
is a DreamWorks movie. This put DreamWorks on the map.
did it? Was this like their
Yeah,
first
this
big
actually
movie?
was like one of their biggest. Like this, like made them compete with Pixar.
See, this is what Devin brings to the table, people. I do no research on these movies. And Devin, he's like, I need
Almost
to
like
know
you
about
should.
this.
It's almost like you should.
Yeah, but you
Did
bring
you
it
name
so...
all of the sequels of Shrek?
No, you bring it so well. Like, why should I step on your toes? You're doing great.
Shrek
Like,
2, Shrek the Third, Shrek
Puss in
Forever
Boots.
After, Puss in Boots, and then Puss in Boots. I can't remember 2, but like it's not labeled. It's like Puss in Boots something else. I don't know.
Puss in Boots back in action.
They all make a ton of money though.
I'm sure
This
they
one
do.
almost tripled its budget, I think.
I mean, there's something about, like we said, feel-good movies. Like this movie is not complex. It makes like a tiny little twist because it's about an ogre instead of like a knight or whatever going
Prince
after
Charming,
it.
who shows up in 2.
Yeah, and it's
who's basically
funny.
Jamie Lannister. If you spoiler for the second one, but like,
well, I
Prince
haven't seen the
Charming
second one.
is basically Jamie Lannister. Their characters look identical. It's weird because I feel like Shrek 2 came out first, and the production design was like, "That's what Jamie Lannister looks like." Okay, we get it.
Maybe. I mean, the Game of Thrones books were out since the mid '90s, so maybe those people read that and translated it up. I don't know. Who knows?
Very funny. You know, Chris Farley almost completed all of his voice for Shrek, and then unfortunately passed away before it was completed. And in order to ensure sequels, they replaced him. And no one told Mike Myers to do a Scottish accent. He just brought that to the table, and it works. And I don't, it's cool seeing those old Shrek drawings with Chris Farley's voice, but he's just doing Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Mike Myers made Shrek's voice. I'm like, Shrek, donkey.
No, ogres are like onions because they smell.
I was wondering how long
God
it was
damn
going to
it.
take for you to do your impression of Shrek. That one, I feel like I set you up because I
23 minutes.
Yeah, but Donkey, oh my god, what a great character, Eddie Murphy.
Donkey
That's a nice boulder.
Donkey is the friend who doesn't know when to shut up, and they clearly just played that up. He's got good heart and everything, but it's like Donkey doesn't know boundaries. He doesn't know when to shut up, and he's just gonna kind of like not maliciously, but like kind of just push you to be a better person by just being around.
He's the first one to see Shrek as as more than an ogre.
Yeah,
look at what am I? Really tall?
Really tall. I have to admit, I've always loved the line here where it's just that Shrek does to Donkey and to Fiona afterwards, where he says something nice, and then they go, really? And he's like, really, really? I've used that so many times. I don't know why. That one just always stuck out with me.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles. That is probably stuck with me the most.
What about parfait? Everybody loves parfait. You ever met anybody like, hey, man, let's go get some parfait? He's like, I don't know. I don't like parfait.
Yeah,
parfait's delicious.
Stand-up bit.
Yeah.
I feel at
like
Universal Studios, he's pretty funny too. They have like an animatronic donkey, and he'll roast you.
I do feel like they basically just put Eddie Murphy in a booth, and they were just like, I don't know, just say whatever you want. Here's like the general outline of the things you have to get to the scene, but in between, do what you want to do.
Yeah, if you want to name different things that have layers, cake has layers. Everybody loves cake.
Everybody loves cake. No! Onions. Ogres are like parfait. What was the... I don't remember. Did the dragon ever get a name?
Dragon.
It's just dragon? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't know if they name her in the sequentials, but they have some kids there, Donkey and Dragon.
Yeah, that... Did you notice, one, Lord Farquaad takes Shrek's land by forcing all of these people there. I couldn't tell if they were running away from Lord Farquaad or if he just relocated them there. I couldn't.
Because you could tell that those people were already captured. Like
Oh,
you
were
saw
they?
the
Okay.
three bears, except it was just the dad bear and then the little baby bear, and
Yeah.
then when they go to Lord Farquaad's room, you can see the mama bear is a rug on the ground.
I did not notice that detail. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that made me feel a little worse.
Yeah. And so he captured them all, put them on Shrek's land, and then he's like,
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna go
he
and
put
send
them
you
there.
all back
Okay.
where you came from. And that's why they were celebrating.
Mm-hmm. But then,
You know,
doesn't
he
it feel
huffed and he puffed and he signed an eviction notice.
okay? Yep. Now I remember that. But didn't it feel like Shrek was condemning these people? He's like, I'm gonna go do this quest, and then he's gonna kick you off of my land, and I don't know what's gonna happen to you. But
No, he was
you're
gonna
not
send
going
them back where
home.
they
You're just
came
not being
from.
here.
He said, "Come back where you came from," and that's why they all cheered because they're like,
Shrek
"We're
said
going
that,
home."
but Lord
What?
Farquaad probably just like killed them.
He got eaten by a dragon, so he didn't do anything.
True. That is true. I really did like that at the end where he starts screaming and then the dragon eats him, but then the dragon like tosses him out a little bit and you could hear just the audio track of him screaming kick back in and then just snatches him back up. Thought that was a nice little
Yeah,
detail.
I mean, there are jokes for parents too. Where are you going? I gotta save my ass. And he's talking about donkey.
Yeah. Well, I got to say my ass. No, there was definitely several subtle jokes that you could tell were just like, this is for the adults. And there were some that were just like really funny in the moment that I forgot about. Like when the mirror first comes in, and he's talking to Lord Farquaad and he says like something like, "You're not a king." And he says, "What?" And then the executioner just holds up a mirror and punches it.
And all this singing too, they play it so it's like it's gonna be a bad word, and then they twist that, they change it like Robin Hood.
No. I liked the twist. Obviously, I mean, come on, this is it's a great movie. Made a lot of money.
You
Made
watch
a
it
lot
all
of
in one
sequels.
go?
I watched it all in one. I mean, it's an hour and 20 minutes. Come on.
Yeah, me too. It's easy.
It's easy. Nice
Still
little
holds
comfort
up.
movie. Yeah, holds up. So, I mean, really, Devin, it just depends on where does it fall? On the lower list. All right, here we go, people. As last week, there was a shakeup. There is now 2 number ones on the lower list. They're tied. Lawrence of Arabia and Paddington 2. Is Paddington 2 a little bit bolder and a little bit bigger quality? Yeah, it is. Get over it. But then later down on the line, number 40, we got Son of Batman. But Devin, where is Shrek gonna fall for you? Are we thinking
I think it's
below
got to be
Surf
upper
Ninjas
half.
or above Surf Ninjas?
It's above Surf Ninjas. I think we're almost in upper quadrant territory.
Okay.
It's not crazy good, but is it better than Always Be My Maybe? Is it? I think it's better than the other guys. Where your head's at?
Okay, I don't think it's better than Home Alone, and I think I think it's better than the other guys. Okay, I can get with you on that. So really, we are down to, is it better than Always Be My Maybe or not?
Is it better? So, comes down to the question.
Date night.
Exactly. It depends on who you're dating. Shrek might be a winner, man.
It might be. Especially if, you want a shorter movie. Because, you know.
But also a millennial, too. This will be like bring them back to their, past. Don't necessarily got to see the end. You kind of get the idea. You know what I mean.
You know what I mean. Yeah, I get that. Okay. And Always Be My Maybe might be someone that you're kind of in a gray zone with. And you're like, well, let's put this on just so we can define something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that might set the tone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we friends or like yeah?
So really,
Shrek
this could
though,
go either
classic.
way. I think Shrek
I
works
think
in
we also
all
have to ask the
situations.
question: where does it fall on the cultural impact?
Well, Shrek's gonna win all day for that. Come on.
It's
All
gonna win
right,
all day.
it's above it. Yep, you won me over. Well, there you have it, folks. The new number 15 on the lore list, right above Always Be My Maybe, and right below Home Alone, is
Shrek.
Shrek.
All right. Well, Shrek, no, our new number 15 on the lore list. Let's see if we can come up with a feel good animated movie of our own in Building the Lore in the Writer's Zoom. All right, so we doing like family friendly with some jokes for the adults, or we're gonna go like, can you see it? Oh, hold up, there it is, nuts, and go a little X rated.
I don't know why, but still one of the one of the favorite moments of doing this podcast with you was when we were coming up with nuts, and both of us know it's not a great idea. But when you go, but we got a city squirrel. And so he uses his city powers against that fucking country owl. And he pulls out a gun.
He goes nuts.
All right. I think we go a little bit more family friendly. You know?
Okay.
We're both family guys. You know, we love kids. Definitely love kids' movies. None of us have advocated for more stakes in child's movies, like death. Definitely not recently. So, yeah, family movie it is, Devin. Family animated movie. We cannot
What's
do
your
angel
favorite animal,
fruit.
Zach? That's not cat.
Okay, fair. I was about to say cat. You were real close.
Obviously, you were about to say cat. I'm talking about non-pet animal.
Okay, but are we doing feline? Like, I can't do anything from the feline kingdom?
It depends on what you say.
A lynx. Lynx are
A
cool.
lynx?
Lynx are cool. They got huge paws, and they jump out, and then they murder the animals.
Okay, where do lynx live?
I don't know.
Oh, damn.
Somewhere in colder climates.
I'm trying to run with lynx here.
Hold on, let me look it up. You vamp.
I just say I thought you would know something about if this is quote unquote your animal choice. You would know something about lynx.
Not even a little.
They got a cool way of spelling their name.
They do.
L-Y-N-X.
That is pretty fucking cool. Like lynx habitat. Lynxes typically inhabit high altitude forests with dense cover of shrubs and tall grass. Although this cat tends to hunt on the ground, it can also climb trees and swim swiftly. Look at that guy.
Okay.
Look at that guy.
It's cool.
Look how massive his paw is.
It's cool. Now we just got to come up with a story around him.
I think we take it.
Still
I
not
think
a
we.
place. You said high altitude. Like, is that North America? Can you go get away from the pictures and go?
But hold on. I think we take like a little inspiration from this picture, and it's about, parents growing up, kids. We got a kid lynx coming on his own. Maybe he's going for his first hunt, and something goes wrong. I think North America. Yeah, high altitude North America, forests, shrubs, tall grass. Let's just go with that.
So what are the characters? Because are these squirrels and rabbits also personified? So we have to eat them?
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Like when is the cutoff of animals that can talk? Because it's like you just see a family of rabbits and they're getting ready for the day, and then boom, lynx comes in, and that's where our story really begins with the lynx family.
I mean, I like it. Maybe
Not
this
very
is
family friendly.
Maybe this is a little bit more mature. So
yeah. So maybe not a hunt.
I would normally say like what was it called? What's it called when they go from place to place?
Migration.
Migration, but we just did kind of a migration movie last week.
What if we did it at the zoo?
Okay. So there's a lynx at the zoo. He's got animal friends next to him. Maybe the animal friends next to him are typically his prey. And it's like it's no, not in the fact that he's gonna eat them.
Oh,
but
okay.
the fact like so it's like an odd couple type thing.
Oh,
you
know? Okay. So what do they do at the zoo?
Talk shit about all the patrons. What if they're just an old crotchety fucking people just talking shit all day? Yeah,
I like it. I think it's like what happens when the zoo at night, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're talking crap all day, and then the nighttime comes, and it's just
I like that.
They escape.
What about instead of escaping? I think an escape part definitely can happen. But what about one of them, or maybe like a third friend, gets taken by the zookeepers somewhere? We don't know where. They don't know where.
Could be a poacher. We could bring a poacher in.
Okay, so maybe there's like somebody like a human breaks into the zoo to steal an exotic animal who happens to be friends with the lynx and rabbit or whatever. The rabbit and lynx break
really
out
slow.
Yeah,
because it's like run, and then it just because it could like if it's a sloth, and they're like run, and he's just.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. So then the lynx
in Madagascar, they really, or not Zootopia, they really
Zootopia. So the lynx and the rabbit break out of their exhibit and they hit the big city to find and rescue their friend.
Yeah, I like it.
What type of animal is the one that was captured?
Could be a tortoise. Those are slow.
Those are slow. Maybe it's like a really, really old tortoise, and that's why he's so valuable or something.
Well, what are those things that are super ugly, but they're like pagilons or something? They're endangered because they get hunted.
Pagilons? I don't know. Pygmies? No, that's something different.
A pangolin.
Okay. All right. So there's somehow a pangolin at the zoo.
They have one at the San Diego Zoo, so we could just take place in San Diego.
We're in a San Diego Zoo. We got a lynx. We got a rabbit. Well, do we have any more exotic type? What do lynx hunt? Lynx hunting diet. List of prey are very long, ranging from small rodents and birds to animals the size of deer and reindeer. Jesus, this thing's a beast.
Damn, we could have an elk or a reindeer.
Yeah, let's do reindeer. So we got a lynx and a reindeer. Because that'd be funnier than, like a little rabbit.
I think you can still put the bunny in there just for...
So there's three?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the four of them... Let's do it this way. The four exhibits are in like a horseshoe, right?
Yep.
So they're all kind of facing each other.
Okay.
So that's why they can talk to each other, right? And then, obviously, the Pagilon, Patty.
Yep.
Patty the Pagilon.
His name's Patty. Patty the Pagilon.
Gets kidnapped, and the three others have to break out and get him. Okay. And I think they use like a crow who helps them break out. Because he's
the crow is a city crow. So it's not like a zoo crow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he flies over to the zoo and he makes fun of the animals who are in the cages.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of messed up. But,
messed up. And then like the lynx and the reindeer are just like, yeah, but we get fed 3 times a fucking day, man. You're out here hunting for scraps of trash. Yeah. But then, he's city-wise. So we got to get that crow to help us out.
And he's like addicted to silver and chrome. So
that's good. That's good.
Because the crows love. So it's like you should have some like aluminum foil like in his wings and stuff, or like tinsel.
Okay.
I don't know, just some character design for the
artist.
I like it.
Just
give some pictures.
Maybe the thief had a bunch of rings and chains on, so that's why the crow kind of like identifies him. You know what I mean?
So you're saying I stole this bag of patty?
I didn't say it was you. I didn't say it was you. I didn't say it
Jinx
wasn't
the
you.
Lynx? Is that too on the nose?
That's a little. So we got to define the character a little bit. So we got Patty the Pagalon, easygoing guy. You know, lovable, friends with everybody. We got the rabbit character. Would you like to do your de facto rabbit who just bangs all the time? You can do
Hyped
that
up,
if you want.
overhyped up.
Okay. A
Yeah.
little bit more of an Eddie
Bouncing
Murphy.
off the walls. Not as crazy about the banging, but a lot of
We'll tone
bouncing
down the
off
banging.
wall.
Yeah. Mhm.
He's more of Daredevil than Bang Devil.
I like that because what if, like, you know, the rabbit is obviously hyperactive, but like kind of in a way where he is like a, you know, a daredevil, like a thrill seeker. Like, I'm going to jump off the highest fucking tree, man. Like,
Yeah.
oh, did you see that? I just ran in front of that car. And then you see in the background that the car swerved and hit a tree. But it's like, I did it.
They're like, you're never going to make that jump. And he's like, I will if you throw me. He's like on the stag's ears. And then like guy, the reindeer like uses his horns to like throw
You
him
have
like
to
a
throw
catapult.
me. And then like the Lynx character is just like, we never should have let you watch Lord of the Rings. All right, but then we got. So, do we want the Lynx character to be obviously the main character, but is he more
The glue
serious?
that holds them all together.
Is he the glue, or is the reindeer the glue? Like, who's the like kind of loner type person? Like, kind
I think
of
the reindeer.
leader?
He's like a
The
buff,
reindeer.
and they need him because he's got the power and the strength.
Mhm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's like the loner. It hasn't come that much out of his shell. He kind of tolerates these people, and then through this journey, they become closer friends. Now,
Nice.
we have to answer a real question. Are we going mature? Because at the end, do the Lynx and the reindeer kill this guy and get Patty back? Or did they just, you know, do a whole thing where you get him out of the apartment and then bring him back?
Yeah, just get out of the apartment.
Okay, all right. So there's no overt murder. There could be implied murder, but just no overt murder.
Definitely property damage.
100%. Definitely property damage.
Like they're gonna mess up the inside of his, especially if the rabbit gets along in there.
Because I mean, you read that. Lynx could take motherfuckers down. If it could take down a reindeer, it's taking down a human.
Oh yeah, I mean maybe he does tackle him, but like growls in his face and then closes his eyes and then, you know, when he opens his, he's like stuck there for a while and then he opens his eyes and they're all gone and he's like,
oh, what if that's like part of his character where he's like trying to act all tough and dangerous and mysterious, and then he's just like, I'm born in a zoo. I don't know how to hunt.
they all have to be that. Yeah.
Is this working? All right, so let's name these characters. We got Patty the Padalon or Pagagonia. I don't know his name. Pagolin. We got Ronnie the rabbit. We got Richard the reindeer.
I was gonna say Raymond. That's crazy.
Okay,
Very
we can
close.
go Raymond.
I mean, is it too many R names though? Like Ronnie and Raymond?
Nah, they're fine.
Because we could do like a B name, like Benny the Bunny, and then
Okay,
Richard
Benny the
reindeer.
bunny, Raymond the reindeer. I like Raymond
Okay.
better if he's gonna be like kind
Yeah,
of
it seems
aloof.
more like-
yeah.
Yeah, like Holt, Raymond Holt. You know,
And I don't want Larry the Lynx. So
you know, like Jinx.
don't like Jinx. Lucas?
He's,
What if
he's
they-
like the only one who's got a normal name that doesn't have to do with.
No,
I mean, are we
Lucas.
doing alliteration on all of them? I know I love
Lucas
alliteration.
the Lynx. Lucas the Lynx.
All right.
All right, so we got Lucas, Raymond, Benny, and Patty.
I think Patty should be. I think they need a woman in there.
I don't want the woman to be the one who was captured.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we make the reindeer the woman?
Or you can make Benny the woman.
Betty the bunny.
Yeah. And she's just wild.
Still the same thing. Daredevil, thrill
Like,
seeker.
yeah. You're just saying that I can't do it because I'm a woman. No, it's super dangerous. No one should do that.
Don't do that.
Here's to putting down the patriarchy. You know?
That's funny. I can actually see a scene in my head where like they're about to capture Betty, and then they're just like, Lucas, you got to go out there and scare these people. And he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to. You're a cat. Fucking stalk. Jump out of the fucking shadows. But then obviously
Is that Raymond
fails.
saying him?
Yeah, that's Raymond. Like, why don't you do it? Because people see me and they think I'm there to deliver presents.
Now we have to explain the role Christianity plays into this world.
Santa Claus is agnostic, man.
All right, let's come up with a name. We're at the San Diego Zoo. It's about a heist. It's about getting their friend back. Wild Ride comes to mind.
That's not bad, but that's already a movie, isn't it?
Probably.
I think it's
all these ones like Into the Wild.
Yeah.
Escape the Zoo. But they're not escaping because they want to bring him back to the zoo.
Oh, yeah. They talk a big game, but once they get out, they start saying how much they miss the zoo.
Yeah. It's going to be very zoo positive.
Yeah, zoo positive. It's noon. Where's Annabeth with my food? We left the zoo? There is no food delivery. What?
What?
Let's go. Here we go. What do we got? Zoo positive. No, I'm kidding.
Saving Private Patty.
I don't mind that. But it doesn't have anything with animals in it.
No, and it doesn't tell the story. It's not like super on the nose, which is Architects of Lore.
That's a staple. If the title doesn't tell you immediately what the movie's about, we failed. Guess what, people? A couple weeks ago, we talked about a Cold War space thriller about a power source. The movie title, Power Source.
Oh.
Wild Times at San Diego Zoo.
This sounds like a documentary.
It does. Let's see.
Zoo, Wild, Zoo. Home Sweet Home, Zoo Sweet Home.
Home Sweet Zoo.
Home Sweet Zoo.
Home Sweet Zoo. Well, there you have it, folks. The Architects of Lore original idea, Home Sweet Zoo.
It's about 4 zoo animals, a lynx, a reindeer, a bunny, and a pangolin,
Still don't know
all
what a
live
pangolin is.
in San Diego Zoo.
You showed me a picture. I still don't know what it means. But whatever. We're going with it. The pangolin's name is Patty. The reindeer's name is Raymond. The bunny's name is Betty. And our main character, the lynx, that's Lucas. And all of them are basic friends until one day a thief sneaks into the San Diego Zoo and steals Patty. Because apparently pangolins are really rare and expensive. I don't know. And Lucas, Betty, and Raymond break out of the zoo to go get their friend back.
With the help from a street crow.
Named Chris.
And on their way, they realize that they have to adapt to being out on their own and not having the luxuries of being taken care of at the zoo. They're hot on the trail, though.
In San Diego. Running across streets, daredeviling, scaring people, until they finally find the thief in a high-rise apartment. And they got to Mission Impossible this bitch.
And right before they leave, they find them. They're off to the below the border, so we have a car chase.
Yeah. They
throw car chase in there. I forgot about the car chase.
Oh yeah, you're right. They pull out of the parking garage underneath, and they see Patty, and then they jump on this trailer tractor right beneath them. And then Betty the bunny gets in there and starts yelling at the human, "Follow that car!" Except all he hears is, and the human just starts freaking out until Lucas the lynx grabs him, throws him out, jumps behind the wheel, and goes, "I can't drive."
Oh, so. Through a series of adventures and using their innate resources that come with being a cat. What is a natural instinct?
Huge claws.
but they're actors. It's very Madagascar-esque. They find their friend, they bring him home, and they all make it back.
They make it in time for the San Diego Ball at the zoo. Because there's a deadline. For some reason, because that has the best food of the year.
Heyo!
Sure.
And that's Home Sweet Zoo, the Architects of Lore original idea. If you like that idea, you can email us at architectsoflore@gmail.com. Please follow us on Instagram at Architects of Lore, Arc of Lore on Twitter and Google and YouTube, Architects of Lore. Please like and subscribe.
Hit that notification bell.
Channel.
Comment down below. And thank you very much for listening and watching, everybody. Well, Devin, we had a little bit of an oopsie, didn't we?
Yep. Forgot the format of the show. A
So
crucial part of the show.
If we look a little different, and if we look the same as the next episode you're going to watch, you know why. But Devin, why don't you tell the fine folks at home what movie that they need to watch for next week's episode?
Yeah, for next week's episode, not the one that we're talking about right now that we're shooting right now. This
100%
definitely wasn't a mess up. But next week we're gonna watch Spirited Away, Miyazaki
Ooh.
animated Japanese film available on Max.
HBO Max or just Max?
It's just Max now. They rebranded, baby.
All right. Well,
I
that's good
respect
to
the
know.
rebrand.
But remember, you got a story in your head, but you just can't seem to get it out.
Do it.
Just fucking do it, man. Because you might come up with an instant classic like Home Sweet Zoo. But if it sucks, who cares? That's what editing's for. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Blueprints.
We'll see. We'll see which version we get. So, our audience feedback for the week is Darkness in the Forest. Also the setting when looking for Devin's golf ball after his tee shot on 14. ABB. Always be blasted. Thank you, Nate, for the confidence.
Oh, that's true. 14. Yeah, you are probably going to lose your ball. Ooh.
I'm gonna have to do a course, like a drone overview.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you on the course for a couple of practice rounds before, because there's some high scores that are gonna happen. It's not your fault. It's a tough course. You gotta learn it. Okay. We're gonna get you locked.
All right.
Also, you might want to.
Well, we appreciate the feedback, Nate. Really do.
You might want to put this in the last week's episode, since last week was about whatever.